Hello guys, this is Dr. Sabiha and I'm going to be taking over Phoenix Pat's stories today so that I can talk to you about postpartum depression. A bit of a backstory here. Although being a gynecologist and knowing that postpartum depression does exist, it took me a while to know that I was suffering from it. And it started affecting my personal life. Luckily, I reached out in time. My family started supporting me. My husband was very handy. He took care of the kids, helped me in every way, and slowly I came out of it. And that's why I decided people need to know about postpartum depression. A couple of months back, there was a news in Hyderabad where the mother had killed her own baby. And I saw that in few Facebook mom groups, everyone was saying all sorts of hateful words towards her and was blaming her that she was using postpartum depression as an excuse to get rid of her own child. Please, postpartum depression does exist. Know this, please. And at that instant, I knew I had to reach out to people, and that's why I started my Insta handle. And last month, I was exclusively talking about postpartum depression as a part of mental health awareness to reach out to all moms out there. To know about postpartum depression, you have to know what postpartum blues is. More than 70% of the new moms in their first 2 weeks postpartum have sudden onset of sadness, anxiety, and crying spells. And sometimes this extends beyond the 2 weeks and can even prolong for more than 1 year, and that is postpartum depression. So there was a question asked, what causes postpartum depression? The main cause of postpartum depression is hormonal changes which occur in the pregnancy and the postpartum phase. And there are a few contributing factors which I'm going to talk in the next story which add on to these hormonal changes. Talking about the contributing factors in the Indian scenario, the first and foremost being no postnatal visits. Most of the women don't reach out for doctors in the first 6 weeks for postnatal visits, which are very important to find out about the mental health status of the mother. Second being seclusion. None of the Indian women go out in the first 40 days, and that has been the rule for many years. It used to hold good in the previous days because the chances of infections were more, but it is actually contributing to the postnatal depression now. You know how common postpartum depression in India is? 22%. It means out of every 100 women who deliver, 22 people have postpartum depression and none of them reach us out for help. So how to diagnose if you are suffering from postpartum depression or not? Most of the times you know that. You won't be happy with your life, you know something is wrong with you, you're always sad, you're crying for no reason, and sometimes you might even be getting suicidal tendencies or hatred towards your kid. That's the very time you have to reach out for help. I actually have a blog written on this topic and it has a link in it called the Edinburgh Postnatal Depression Scale, which has a set of questions, and you are supposed to select a particular answer for each question, and at the end of it there will be a score given to you, and if the score is more than 9, that's the indication that you have to reach out for help. The other contributing factors for postpartum depression in Indian scenario are lack of support from the family, especially the husband, which is very common, and also domestic violence, extramarital affairs of the husband, continuing an unwanted pregnancy, a recent stressful event, and the most important of all, birth of a female child, especially if it is second or third pregnancy when they wanted a male child. There was another question where someone has asked, woman felt very different about her body and how it looked, and was this a symptom of postpartum depression? I think every woman who has delivered has this anxiety and has the fear of not losing weight and feeling different about the body, about the stretch marks, and this is very common, and most likely this will be postpartum blues. Sometimes if it is prolonging beyond that and she's feeling insecure or she's having all sorts of fears that her husband will leave her beyond the 2 weeks, then yes, it could be a leading sign that it's postpartum depression. So there was a question where someone asked a woman had felt severe anxiety in her postpartum period, and was it postpartum depression or not? If this episode of anxiety was within the first 2 weeks and after that she was normal and she was not having any other episodes, most likely it was postpartum blues and not postpartum depression. And many times it so happens that when the woman is pregnant, everyone keeps giving lots of attention to her, lots of love. She'll be treated like a queen. And as soon as the delivery happens, all our focus, all our attention will be towards the baby, and suddenly she starts feeling alone, isolated, and fears that nobody cares about her anymore. So being a partner or any family member with a new mom, please give necessary attention to her also. Ask her how she is doing, if she is feeling low, or if you could help her in any way. Talking about the treatment options here, first and foremost, you have to reach out for help. In a country where everything is labeled, mom shaming is very common, and mothers fear that they'll be labeled that they are having some mental health problem, and that's the very reason they don't reach out for help at all. And here where you must step in as a partner or a family member who cares about her, at least discreetly take her out and make her meet a doctor first. Sometimes the symptoms may arise very late, like after 1 year or so. Sometimes it could be a simple adjustment disorder to the new changes that are happening in her life, and rarely she may be even having hallucinations. She might be having strong suicidal tendencies. Sometimes they even attempt to kill the baby, or sometimes even kill the baby. That is postpartum psychosis, and this usually comes within the first 2 weeks. The symptoms will be very strong. She will be unconsolable, and you have to take appropriate care and reach out for help immediately, being a partner or someone related to the mother. As family members, it's our duty that we give her a supportive bubble, a safe place where she can talk about her feelings, where she can express what she is going through. As a husband especially, you have to be very supportive because you are her pillar of strength. And this is a message for all the moms and mother-in-laws of the new mom. Most of the times she may reach out to you first before even talking to her husband, because she is afraid to keep her vulnerable side to her husband. And she might ask you because you are more experienced and you might have gone through that or heard of someone who has gone through such a phase. And if she does come to you, kindly acknowledge her feelings and don't dismiss it. Don't judge her that a mother should not feel all this and she has to love her baby instantly. And if you find the signs, like I said before, kindly reach out to your son or son-in-law and say that he has to act on it. Most of the times, the counseling sessions and self-motivation and doing simple exercises as advised by the doctor itself help. And if the symptoms are too strong, medicines will be given. These medications will be even suitable if you are breastfeeding your baby, and you can enjoy the motherhood better, like it is supposed to be, like you have imagined. So please take help if you feel that you're having even the slightest of the depression or even the postpartum blues, or it is hampering your daily life and it is restricting your love towards your baby. Please take help. I would like to say here that postpartum depression is not a character flaw, and it is not something somebody imagines in their head. It is absolutely real and it is not a myth. And if you find someone going through the phase, kindly don't judge her. In fact, don't judge any mother. You have no right. It's her and her baby. Motherhood is exclusive and everybody is sailing in their own speed. Who are we to judge her anyway? Show some love, some compassion, and if you can't, simply sit mum. That's all.